I wonder what me in 5 years is up to right now. Buddy, you have tits now. Don't know if you were expecting this. Pretty sure you were hoping for this. I wasn't, because 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago now, I got top surgery to not have tits anymore. So congrats on your boobs. I'm glad you want them and I'm glad you're excited for them, I guess. Hello BabyQueers and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing some egg IRL because what's better than some wholesome trans memes and some not so wholesome memes just calling eggs out? You know, so that's what we're doing today, but you know the deal. Before we continue, y'all gotta get hydrated. So grab some water or some tea, whatever else you like to drink, and then we'll continue. In the meantime, also feel free to like and subscribe. Do you have your drink? Okay, let's go. Oh, this Pride Parade is awesome. I know, right? Let's go get lunch at Zach's. Sodomy is a sin. Transgenders are agents of the devil. Adam and Eve, not Steve. That's not even close to true. Trans people are just like anyone else. We want to live our lives in peace and express who we really are inside. Hellbeam. Brooke, genuinely, how are you doing this? Well, Hellbeam literally comes with your estrogen prescription. You really need to get on hormones. HRC stands for Hellray Tracker Beam. Duh. Personally, I blame those damn phones. I blame the damn entitlement to think that you get to dictate what other people feel, what other people know about themselves, and how other people choose to live their lives or what other people choose to do with their body. And literally, I'm impressed. You put him in a hellbeam. He's literally grabbed by Satan and he's still going. I would give him points for effort, but I don't want to give him any points for whatever reason. But yeah, Hellray, didn't you know you had it? You know, because I kind of get both approaches of just being like, well, like trying to debunk it and just be like, well, that's actually true. Like, we're all just trying to live our lives. You know, we're trying to be comfortable with our lives. We're trying to be comfortable in our bodies. We're just trying to exist and just kind of trying to gently mediate, right? I kind of get that, but also kind of get using a hellbeam to put these people in timeout, I guess. You know, I think you would look good as my girlfriend. Say, but sadly I'm a guy, or ask, how do I become a girl? Well, the thing is, you don't really become a girl. You just kind of are. The sad thing is the transphobes and I kind of agree on that you just are. We just kind of disagree on definition of you just are a girl. Because transphobes want to pull the, oh no, only biological sex is real. Whereas I say, gender is kind of fake, but gender is also very real. And, well, actually, gender is real, but gender roles are kind of stupid and made up. But anyways, if you identify as a girl, you are a girl and could potentially be someone's girlfriend. And if she thinks you would make a cute girlfriend, then I think you kind of have to start dating now. You know, you can do things so that other people perceive you as girl or woman, sure. But A, you don't need to, and second of all, if you want to, you can. You know, there's hormones, there's makeup, there's stresses. You know, you can do a lot of things so other people can perceive you as a girl. Because people are kind of weird about it. I told my mom I've been questioning and she said, "You're a beautiful woman, don't go changing into a man." Listen, I kind of get where she's coming from. But that's not how this works. It isn't a decision of, oh, you know what, no, I don't want to be a woman anymore. I guess I'll just be a man from now on. If it was a decision, it'd be a pretty stupid decision, you know, but it isn't a decision. It's not you wanting to be a man. Well, it's wanting other people to view you as a man, I guess, but it isn't just waking up one day and deciding, you know what, no, I've had it, I'm gonna be a man now, I'm gonna become a man. that's not how being trans works. And then to say something like this to someone who's like being honest with you and is like probably already scared of how you're gonna react, to just be like, oh yeah, no, but you're so beautiful, like don't go into, like don't become a man, like that's no. Really, we're saying being beautiful is more important than you being content with yourself. No points for this mom. I hope she pulls her act together and becomes a better ally, I guess. You know, if this subreddit isn't funny, then I'm not trans. Of course, after weeks of wondering and denial. Hey, every meme here is hilarious. Realization hits. Well, you said it yourself. If you don't find this subreddit funny or relatable, then yeah, you might not be trans. But if you keep coming back to the subreddit, or if you keep coming across memes from the subreddit and just think they're funny or relatable, I might have some news about your gender, you know? But I think you already know. And I think you can hear the act cracking, you just don't want to acknowledge it yet. But it's okay. You can let the eggshell break, it's fine. You're so cute, you remind me of my sister. He hasn't cracked yet. Sup, my boy. Sup. Why you gotta bring her out of this though? Like, just because she hasn't realized that she is in fact a she, or has been trying to ignore the fact that she probably already knows that, it doesn't mean you gotta bring him out of this. Come on, like, I get it. Like, the reaction, like when you pull something like this with someone who is questioning their gender, they're probably not gonna randomly start screaming, although it'd be pretty funny, not gonna lie. But they are gonna get weirdly euphoric about it, and it might help them realize it. Because if you are questioning a gender, just kind of seeing how it feels to be called by different pronouns or a different name, or, you know, there's a lot of posts on the subreddit about like, I've had a hard day, can you like call me a good girl with this name? You know, just to see how it feels is very fair. And it's gonna probably give them a lot of euphoria, and that might also be a sign that you're very cis. You know? Being openly trans around new people. This is great. Coming out to people you know. That is because strangers, I mean, A, you don't care about them yet. If they do say something negative, it's not going to impact you that much because it's just like some random transphobe. You know, like it's probably doesn't feel too good, like especially if you're like newly trans, I guess, if you're not used to it. But it's not going to hurt that much. But with people you care about and with people you maybe have to spend a lot of time with, it gets very dramatic very quickly because you're just hoping that they react well and that they take it well and that they are really supportive, because obviously. So this just makes so much sense. And to be fair, I really don't mind people knowing I'm trans, because it's actually kind of weird when people don't know. Because to me, it's always really weird, but also kind of funny when people like tell me things like how I could accidentally get my girlfriend pregnant because I told them I never want children, and they're like, well, accidents happen, like you don't know if you get your girlfriend pregnant. Things like that, it's kind of weird when situations like that happen. You know, so I think it's maybe preferable for me if people know. I'm not sure. I need a dress. What size are you? The dress is for her, not me. Listen, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to help you pick out a dress. I don't care who it's for, I just need to know what size. If you want a dress, I'll help you pick out a dress. I'm just doing my job. You know, like, don't yell at me being all panicked. This is very fair. This would literally be me, though, if I worked at a clothing store. Like, if some random person comes in asking for a dress, I'm gonna ask which size they are, so I can help them maybe pick out a dress. You know, this would definitely be me. Like, I don't care. Like, if it's not for you, then just say, oh, I need a dress for my daughter or for my friend or for whoever. Like, if you just say, oh, I need a dress, I'm gonna assume it's for you. Me, barely awake, trying to sound somewhat coherent while discussing E with my doctor after playing Roblox till 4 AM. I hope it worked. I guess. Like, chances are, even if you had tried to sleep at a reasonable time, you probably wouldn't be much more awake, because you probably wouldn't have been able to sleep anyways. Like, I don't know how much I slept the day before I went to the doctor to discuss like the final stuff for testosterone. I don't know. I probably not too much. Because obviously you're gonna be a little bit nervous. You're gonna wonder if maybe this doctor is gonna react really weird or not understand it. Or ask really weird questions. You never know. So it really doesn't matter that you played Roblox, I think. But I still hope your doctor at least understood where you were going. My brain. I only like girls. Me. So I'm straight, right? I'm straight, right? No. No. You, my dear, are a lesbian. You don't know that yet. But I think you do know that. Like, I think a lot of people maybe struggle with it a lot more than I did. Because I don't really care that much. Like, it's weird. I have anxiety. I care what other people think, but I really don't care. My anxiety cares, but I really don't, which makes the anxiety really ridiculous, actually, because it's like, oh, what will they think? But I really don't care what they think. It's a bit funny, but yeah, I don't care too much what other people think about it, or if they react weirdly, as long as they don't, like, full-on hate crime me, right? But a lot of people worry a lot more what other people will think and maybe have a hard time admitting they're trans. Which seems like it might be you, because otherwise, only liking girls and not feeling like a guy might be a good indicator that you're a lesbian. Keeping my hair because people think it's beautiful, and I have no idea what other haircut I could have. Cutting it because it's the same as 5 years ago, and it reminds me of that person I'm not anymore. I think hairstyles in general, such a struggle. Because passing is not necessarily the goal. You don't need to pass to be valid. But if you don't pass and you go to a hairdresser and they think you're a girl and you ask for a boy's haircut, they will still cut it in a very feminine way. Like the same other direction, really. Like if you go to a hairdresser, chances are it's gonna be a bit awkward. Like if you have like a queer hairdresser, it might be preferable. If you can find one of those, maybe do that, because otherwise it'll just be awkward. Or, like I've literally had hairdressers refuse to cut my hair too short. I had to like argue with them for 5 minutes till they cut it short, basically. Because I was like, oh no, but it's so beautiful and long, and you're such a pretty girl, and you shouldn't. And I'm just like, just cut it off. Give me the scissors. I'll do it myself. Literally, I was this close to actually just grabbing scissors and start cutting my own hair, because then they have to fix it, I guess. Coming out as non-binary when your gender presentation is still the same. It's me, Mario. Just in NB now. Nothing really changes, but everything changes. But nothing really changes. I'm still Mario. I guess. Jasmine, which K-pop idol do you want to look like? Oh, no one in particular. This specifically is like such a weird question to ask someone. But also, yeah, if you're trans, it gets a hell of a lot more awkward, really, because you can't go around if you're not out and you don't want to come out in that moment. You can't really be too honest. Right? You could try to like play it down and just be like, oh, but this idol always wears like this type of clothes and these types of outfits, and I really think that's cool, and I want to dress more like them. That's all I mean, right? You could always downplay it, but still, it might be a difficult question to be asked. If I had a nickel for every time child me confused gender envy for a crush, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. That is kind of weird, but also that was probably me. Like, all my crushes were probably either like gender envy or like personality envy, I guess, of just being like, oh, this person seems like really fun loving, like they're really just like open and just carefree. And I was never like that even as a child, really. I was always like very reserved and quiet, so it was either that or gender envy. You know, like, child, we had no way of knowing that, of course, but I feel like looking back now, it just makes a lot of sense. Me, feeling cute. You have such a deep voice. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for the reminder. But to be fair, that doesn't mean too much. Like, some people have really high voices, some people have really low voices. And there's always voice training. But still, especially if your mom knows, like, if your mom knows, dickhead move, just, my god. Like, it doesn't make you less of a girl or less of a woman, but it's still probably, especially if you're like early on in your transition, not something you ever want to hear because it just makes you more dysphoric. So if your mom knows, dickhead move. If she doesn't know, hurtful and unnecessary, but like in her head, if she doesn't know, she's probably just like trying to pay you a compliment. Just be like, oh, all the girls love deep voices. They'll so love your deep voice. You'll have so many girls line up, you know, like that kind of trying to be supportive thing, but ultimately just failing because you're trans, and that was maybe not the goal here. Other trans girls already on E, excited, just playing around outside. Me waiting for an appointment with a therapist to start the process of getting E. Not jealous at all. I'm just watching from up here, totally not jealous. No, not me. Could never be me. But fair. I really get that. I think most, if not all, trans people have been there at some point. Like, dwelling on that, not really useful. But I think, like, especially if you're really dysphoric in that moment, just seeing other people like further along in their transition, or like being somewhere in that transition where you want to be, you know, like being on hormones or having certain surgeries, it makes a lot of sense. But listen, if you're already like waiting for your appointment, if you already got started, it doesn't really make the waiting easier, but at least you're getting started. Like, at least it's somewhere in your view, right? Pride Month, the perfect time to come out to my friends as trans. So, I'm concerned. Yeah, we already know, you give that vibe. Critical hit. It's not that critical. Like, it feels a bit weird when someone's like, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I kind of figured, like, why wouldn't you tell me, you know? But chances are, even if someone had told you, you'd probably just have denied it in that moment anyway. So, you know, but it's not that critical. Like, they seem very accepting. They're just like, yeah, we were just kind of waiting for you to feel comfortable sharing it with us, you know? Like, we were just like waiting for you here, but sure, let me know your new name, you know? Like, let's get started on that, I guess. They seem very supportive, so I don't think the hit is that critical. You know, if you are hoping for a shocked reaction, maybe, but they're very supportive. Me, trying to prove men can wear skirts, only to realize I'm a girl. You were supposed to destroy gender norms, not join them. You weren't supposed to, but what can you do? You're just a girl. And skirt goes spinny, so like, what else were you supposed to do? But that being said, yeah, you can definitely still be a guy and enjoy wearing skirts. Or do other things that aren't the gender roles you're supposed to, like, adhere to, really. Like, do whatever you want. Wear makeup, don't wear makeup, shave, don't shave, wear whatever clothes you want. Wear, you know, like, literally, it doesn't matter. But this seems kind of funny, ultimately, and I think one day you'll find this funny too, even if you're maybe not there yet, but it is kind of funny. Keep a masculine look to fit in with societal norms. Try to look more like my feminine self, even though I probably wouldn't look that good. Me, who isn't quite ready to come out or transition. I mean, depending on where you live, just being like, oh, you know, I don't know, I like looking androgynous. Like, it doesn't mean anything. I like experimenting with, like, gender expression. Might be something you can do. But I think that's also just a very, very early trans struggle of just being like, well, I want to do things, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. I don't know if I'll look comfortable. I don't know if it's gonna look like I want it to look, because chances are if you have no idea what you're doing, it might look a little weird at first. You know, but still, not getting started is also not an option, really, ultimately. So, you know, you can try to incorporate like more feminine looking things. Like, you don't have to go full out if you don't want to or if you don't feel comfortable. And just like buy a dress and just wear that and put on a wig or be hair out or whatever. You don't have to, but you can maybe look for a little bit more feminine looking shirts. You know? And like kind of slowly sneak in some pieces from the women's attire, you know? Like, I do think it's very fake and wear whatever you want, but still, if you want to do that, if you want to look more like a woman, you could do that. Slowly. You know, maybe just like get a shirt. Say it's for your twin or something, and just wear it at home and see how it feels. You know, if you don't feel comfortable or ready to go out in that shirt yet. Sometime in the past, my body has always felt wrong, and I don't know why. I don't know what to do. I just need a sign. You're trans. Yes, you. That's some very specific graffiti. You asked for a sign. You literally asked for a sign. And then when there is a sign, you wanna just still deflect and just be like, oh, that's very specific. Yeah, it is, because it is about you. Yes, you, specifically. You know? Like, literally. If this video is your sign, good. If a meme or a comic like this is your sign, also good. You know, because that's the thing. Not talking about trans people doesn't make trans people exist any less. It just makes it harder for them to figure out. But that doesn't make them less trans. It just means they struggle more, which isn't cool. You know? So if this is your sign, good. I'm still cis though. Dressing up, makeup, voice training, dysphoria, picked out a girl name, thinking about estrogen all of the time. You still want to say you're cis? You keep daydreaming about what it would be like for other people to see you as a girl. You keep daydreaming about all the cute outfits you could wear. And how cute it would be if someone calls you their girlfriend. But no, you're still cis though. Right. Yeah. The denial is crazy. Just crazy. I kind of get it, right? Like, especially with basically everywhere's political climate at the moment, it can't be easy, of course. Like, it can't be that nice to realize you're trans, just to realize so many people hate you for no reason other than you want to be who you are. You know, but still, denial still isn't really the way to go. Hey, what did you use your birthday money on? Oh, nothing in particular. Yeah, I put it into a savings account, you know, I didn't do anything with it. But this seems like a good investment of your birthday money, actually. You know? Like, just trying things out. Trying to see how a skirt feels, or if you know you'd really like a certain type of skirt or a certain type of other outfit. Using your birthday money for that? Entirely fair. Really entirely fair, you know? Like, why wouldn't you use your birthday money for this? Anyways, I feel like I've called the eggs among us out enough for one video. You know, I will definitely be back on the subreddit to do it again, but for now, I think that's enough. You know? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed these memes. I hope you do feel called out, and I hope you stop denying. I'm not saying you have to come out to other people, you know, but just knowing for yourself and accepting it for yourself and taking the time to accept it for yourself might be a good next step. But anyways, I will leave you here. Hope you enjoyed the memes. I hope you're hydrated, and I'll see you guys in a few days with my next video.